The cameras are all on. Anything that I say, no matter how crazy.
Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast!
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Welcome to Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We are live on Twitch and YouTube. Please come join us. You can tune into the show. You can join the chat room. You can talk to people. You can see everything that we are doing right now and more. Just go to youtube.com/@TomandDanLive for everything, or @TomandDanLive for all things Tom and Dan.
We're doing our Bad at Business Beer Fest November 22nd, and then the Sofa and Suds Sanford Couch Races November 23rd. So it's the weekend before Thanksgiving.
Yes.
It's the Sanford weekend, free beer fest, sofa races. Mark your calendars. We'll be out there. Huge thanks to justcallmo.com. Also, the justcallmo.com comedy show is coming up October 2nd.
Yes.
So look for that. We'll all be out there, and it's going to be a great show, all for Yellow Brick Road Foundation. So EJ's here.
Yeah,
Hey, what's going on, guys?
should we do his bit?
Let's get into
All
it
right.
because there's a lot of sports going on right now.
There's a lot of sports.
NFL
More sports than nerd stuff, for
NFL starting on Thursday.
Football is back.
College football over the
weekend.
weekend.
Wow.
Well, let's get into it.
Yesterday, Labor Day.
Nerds. Jack. Nerds. Jack. Nerds.
Jock, nerd, jock, nerd.
Jack.
It's Nerd Jock with EJ. How you doing, EJ?
Good. I had a great weekend.
We
We didn't ask.
I know.
we were gonna play the Nerd
The
Jock.
really mean one.
Tiny, see, but like Red said in Shawshank, a man can only take so much.
Yeah.
You know, and
After you bullied me during the pinball thing last week when I came in.
I saw that.
I felt really bad about pulling up those pictures of the hospitalized people.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I was
Yeah.
like, we're getting to the break. He's gonna
Yeah,
stop
he's gonna
coming
come here
in.
and start
I felt
punching.
bad. I felt bad about that.
No, we're not worried about that. We're worried about just you not working for free anymore.
I am never worried about you attacking us. I only worry about you being a big baby and never coming around again.
yeah. The attacking part, I'm like, that'll be good to show. So,
That's good for business.
Yeah, I
Save
hope
the
it's on
license kind
camera.
of scenario.
And then I'll be
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
he loves me. He won't kill me.
So EJ went to the UM game over the weekend. UM versus Notre Dame.
Not only did he go to the UM game, but I want to hold up the hat he gave me. So what does that say there, Tom?
Florida alumni.
It says football. It
Football
actually says
alumni.
football alumni. Damn, that's a
Can't see it.
Florida alumni.
It's a
because
good
I
font,
think
too.
Florida and football are the same
It's like
word.
26-point font. You can't read
Oh
that.
my
That's kind
God.
of sad, dude.
So you also brought me some gifts, and I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
It was very nice
I
of him
brought
to...
you the poster for the season and a
'cause
bucket
Tom,
hat so you
Tom
can wear in your
loves
garden.
posters. He wasn't screaming.
Look at your posies
He, you
and
know,
pansies
this is the
or whatever.
only guy that was screaming for years. Even when the Monsters were doing posters, Tom was like, "These are dumb. They're old."
There was a-
And
who's-
I'm not bagging on anybody other than Tom
What
would
is it?
say that. He'd
A
be
bunch
like,
of teen
promo
gr-
shots. Nobody cares about this.
Teen girls aren't listening. That's the only people that put up posters in their rooms.
posters.
Teens.
What are you doing?
Yeah, it's like we're middle-aged men. We're gonna put
Yeah,
posters.
what do you like? Cake pops? We don't need cake pops. We need money.
Also, EJ did send me a picture. He's like, okay. So explain every first game that UM has. They invite the alumni, right?
Well, they've had, for certain games, they invite us to stuff. So,
Okay.
like, the first one was Notre Dame, so they only gave us, like, single tickets. So, usually you can bring a guest. Like, if you want to go to the Florida game, I can't get you in. But, like, USF or BCC or...
I don't want any of those.
I know.
I want
those are the
US.
ones
I want
like,
Gators.
I know. This was like, I wish I
Chopping the
could bring someone to
Gators.
that game because it doesn't really pull there.
Because Tim Tebow's going to be there and all the famous people are going to
Oh,
be there. I
yeah,
don't
for
want
sure.
some
Like,
stupid...
Stephen A. Smith was at this game. Trick Daddy,
all you
Rick
get?
Ross were all there.
Yeah.
You sat on a bench all year for these people.
And all you get some
I got beat
stupid
up every day
USF.
by Hall of
What are they,
Famers.
the Bulls?
Yeah.
USF? There's nobody famous in with the USF.
So they offer. That's you all former football
Yep.
players. Okay, and I'm guessing only a certain amount of people take it up because like
Yeah.
there would be thousands of people, right? Technically,
yeah.
like,
Usually, like they try to limit it to how many seats they have in the Hall of Fame suite, which is at the I can't remember which end zone it is. It's one of the end zone suites that's on the upper levels.
Now, do you have to pay for a second seat because you're so fat?
Free.
I got you. I got you a little, and I got him. I got him. You know you're decent at bullying when you're bullying the guy. And he's like, oh, I deserve that. I deserve that. I deserve that.
As long as it's funny, then it's okay.
Yeah.
If it's really mean, then it's not funny. Then I kind of get.
They're
upset.
starting to do that on flights now. They're starting to charge big boys for extra seats.
So they give us a bunch. They gave us like. When we came in, they gave us the alumni hats. That's when we came in, and then in the suite they gave us the bucket hat.
Yeah. Now the bucket
Tom's
hat,
a bucket hat guy. That's not a bucket hat, by the way, guys. That's like a yard
floppy hat.
Yeah, that's like
floppy
a dad
hat.
hat. That's like a dad canoeing
I'm worried
hat.
about you. You're gonna get skin cancer if you don't cover your head while you're working on your garden.
Gordon Ramsay just got skin cancer. Did you hear that?
So it's not really a hat. It's a medical
health.
UM health promotional hat.
I'm going to send you something. This is more of a like your son Tommy was complaining about all the tchotchkes in the bag. This is a Raisin Cane scenario here. This is free garbage.
Well, I know. It's
I did get it free.
It's like
free. This is free garbage.
It's like someone saying, "I got you Orlando City dad floppy hat." I'm like, "Oh, cool."
Oh,
and
is
then
it New Era?
And then they gave me Orlando Health purple hat. And then I'm like, "This is not Orlando City. This is just a purple Orlando Health hat. It's a purple hospital hat."
I think Daniel got first pick, so he got the better.
Yeah,
hat,
I did get the better hat, but this isn't like New Era. This isn't like a 47.
Yeah, that's some cheapo promotional garbage.
Okay, here's the test. Here's the litmus test for any type of sports memorabilia or gift that your friend is going to bring back to you, okay?
Yeah.
If said gift was handed to him by an old lady as he was entering the gate, throw it in the trash.
How'd you know?
Yeah, if an old lady
Miss Murda handed that to
yeah,
me?
she's like,
That's what they get.
Here's some
Miss Murda
free.
used to be the secretary for
Here's
the
some free
head
China
coach.
garbage.
She's so old. She was born in the Great Depression, and she thinks that is valuable. She doesn't understand the current economic status of America, and everything's made in China. It's all garbage.
Also,
that hat costs 89 cents.
I'd like to remind everybody, if you are going to our free beer fest, we will be handing you some Chinese garbage that you can.
We need to get old ladies to do it. That's the key.
They keep it. Like, okay, here's another thing that I'm real big on. If you let young teens or like young boys give away the stuff, they'll give out too many.
Yeah.
You got to let old ladies do it because it shames men like Tom, and there are a lot of them out there. 50% of the country is a Tom. 50% is a Dan.
Because you feel you're like, oh, thank you.
You're like, oh, thank you. And then you're like, I can never throw this away. I have to keep it because of that grandma. And the grandma guilt keeps you keeping that Spectrum hat in your pocket.
So, before we get into the game, I will have a gripe.
I thought you were going to pray.
I have a
He's
gripe.
been doing this new thing in the morning before
about
we
how I
start.
told him to take the under before the game because it was pouring out while I was in the parking lot.
Okay, so this
Is that what he's going to complain about?
I don't know.
So,
We'll see.
I get a text from EJ. I forgot he was going to the UM game, but since my buddy Fernando was staying with us this weekend,
you remember the people you care about.
he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna want to watch the UM game tonight." I'm like, "Oh yeah." So like,
Some guy I know is going down there. I think.
Somebody that works for free for me all the time.
Yeah, some slave I have is going down there.
his first name rhymes with penis.
I have a friend whose name rhymes with penis. He's going down there. So there's that.
So I was like, "Oh yeah, EJ's down there at the UM game." And so I get a text from EJ, right? And it's like 2:30 in the afternoon, right? So EJ texts me, "Bet the under, it's pouring down here." Right? So he's trying to give me some gambling advice.
Give you the edge.
Now, I'm like, the game doesn't start in 5 hours, right? So I'm like, that's not how, like, who knows what's going to happen in 5 hours?
And we also live in Florida. It rains and pours 100 times.
I was impressed how well the field drained after it, which was kind of impressive.
Yeah,
So you were
because
trying to
it's-
set Tom up is what you were doing.
No, but
that was a good bet.
So, no, okay, it wasn't a good bet. It did win, but it won by half a point.
That's all you need to win by.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but you
it's not-
shouldn't be winning by
Yeah,
that.
but that's not the rain didn't affect it. But that's not even how rain doesn't even affect gambling like that. This was shown over the time.
Yeah, no
that-
one slips and loses a ball on accident because their hands are wet.
Well,
that never happens.
The rain doesn't affect the scoring unless it's a torrential downpour that you can't even see. If it's regular light rain,
So
it doesn't
did you
affect the
take the
scoring. I know all this.
So did you take the tip from EJ in stride, or did you
no.
write back, you idiot?
No, yeah. I wrote back. It doesn't start for 5 hours.
Okay, so he's mean to you.
The weather.
Yes.
Plus, you need to bet on weather like weeks in advance or a week
it's
or
not
5
much of a
days.
difference.
Like the day of, everybody can see it's raining. They look at everybody has a weather app. They're like, "Oh, it's raining in Miami," and by that time the edge is gone. Anyway, so then I did tell him I'm betting Miami plus 3.5 just because, and I usually don't
keep
do
the game
this.
interesting for
Ju-
yourself.
Just
yeah.
because I'm watching the game with my buddy from Miami, and we're
So you are trying to have a little fun.
and I'm just like, I'm gonna put $100 on the game plus 3.5. Who whatever. So then when the game ends, right? Miami did win by 3.
By 3, yeah.
I was sweating it out at the end
Oh, I
because
bet.
I also took
I
the
bet.
under as well.
Were you
and-
cursing EJ at all?
Yeah, of course
Okay,
I was.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Because then Notre Dame starts coming back, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna lose the over and this game. So then when the game ends, right, I'm like, oh, okay, I won, that's good, whatever. And then like an hour after the game, I get a text from EJ, and all it says is, "You're welcome." I'm like, "You're welcome for what? You didn't know."
Because I gave you good advice.
You're welcome
and
for
you
that
took it.
sweet ass tip I gave you.
For telling me
boss.
it's raining 5 hours before the game.
It rained like 2 hours, like an hour and a half before the game.
Also-
it was a lake behind my car.
Also, you don't even know what the over under is changing to. What you tell me what book to bet on? Like it could have been.
I
different.
figured you'd figure that out. I trust you at least in that part.
Like giving a BS gambling advice and then texting me, "You're welcome," and then randomly 50-50 wins. Anyway, all right. So how was the game, EJ?
Fantastic. Let's start off with me driving down there. I took my EV for the first time on a long road trip,
Okay.
which I went all the way down to the campus. And
Here's
I
a
got,
fun fact. Did you know that there's a Pokemon named Eevee?
Really?
Yeah, it's
for
that
Gen
little,
1, yeah.
It's that little
It's
dog.
the evolution Pokemon.
Yeah.
It can change into, I think it's like 6 or 7 different
Did
Pokemon
you name
now.
yours Eevee?
No.
Okay.
I named it Nightcrawler because it looks like the
So I knew
X-Men
we'd do something
Nightcrawler.
stupid like that. You know
And
what
it
I
has
named
a-
mine?
a
American
specialty
golf
plate behind
cart,
it.
like a real man should.
What happened to that old junky truck? You ran over that old man.
Oh my god! Yeah, what happened to your murder machine?
That's for your welcome text. Because I was happy that I won until you texted me you're welcome. Because then I was mad that you were taking credit.
And you
for
held
it.
on to that for hours. You held on to that.
Yeah, because then like you were somehow in your mind you're like, I helped Tom win. You didn't help me win. Anyway, so you sold
Got
that.
rid of the truck,
Right,
yeah.
right.
I traded that in for the EV.
All right,
Okay.
what kind of EV did you get?
Equinox.
All right,
yeah,
a
20
Chevy Equinox.
Yeah, it's
good.
fun. I like it.
Pretty
I really
good.
liked it. Yeah, got down to Miami with like 9% battery,
Oh,
which
that's
was a
cutting
little
it tight.
cutting it close. I know.
You
I
didn't
know that would
plan
make
to-
you anxious.
You didn't plan to like top it off. Like, see what I would have
I
done.
should have stopped in Fort Pierce.
Yeah,
and
you
topped it
stop
off.
halfway through and you get it back to 100, and then you head on down there. That way, you've got like you're sitting on 40% by the time you want to
Well,
leave.
at
Well,
least
the
if you-
charging stations are completely different in Miami. They're full
yeah, they're
all
sideways,
the time.
just like Japanese, like Japanese genitals. My dad told me that.
At least if you break down, you're going to break down in the best possible
Oh yeah, for
neighborhood.
sure.
Yeah, and they
Around
love
the downtown
EVs,
right there.
and
Yeah,
they love
little
EVs.
Hialeah.
Yeah, I'll set fire to your battery car.
Yeah, it took me like 3 Tesla charging stations to find one that would work for my car.
What do you
'Cause-
mean? You got to
Okay,
use the
with
adapter.
the Tesla, the cord is not long enough to reach my front quarter panel because the Tesla, the
Yeah.
charging port is like right over the light.
Yeah, like
The rear
our
taillight.
charging port is where it should be. You guys have your charging port in the front, like
Yeah.
a weirdo.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing with Miami. Like they start building charging stations, and I grew up in Miami, so I know
If
how
it was too
people
long,
think.
they'd cut it for the
No.
copper in them.
No, they just see a charging station and they look at it. They're like, "How can I scam this?" And then the fact that it's always full is some sort of scam. That I know 100%.
We have new
it's
listeners
more
that are
expensive that
joining
way, for
chat
sure.
that think that EJ's camera has the quote fat JD Vance babyface filter.
That's a good joke.
No, that's his real face. Hold on, I'll go back to it. There's no
The
filter
fat
there.
JD Vance.
Yeah, you
filter.
do look like a
Okay.
fat JD Vance face right
Well,
now.
he's gonna
You
be
got
vice
fatter.
president soon.
Come on,
Yeah,
no,
my
come
God.
on. He'll
Grow
never
your hair
come back.
out. Grow your hair out curly.
Ugh.
The longer he gets away from college football, the weaker he gets.
It's
You
true.
see?
It's true. It's like
He was
Spawn.
strong 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's he
Then
now
how did I
try-
beat you in that swimming competition if I'm weak?
Oh, he keeps bringing that up. You do know his buttons.
We're going again.
Are we going again?
Yeah.
We going again?
Take your
Oh,
shirt
yeah,
off, let's
I want a
roll.
whole month of drinking the bear then.
Yeah. But the Adderall slowed me down. We're not having
Do
it.
you think
no Adderall?
Do you think you could beat him now?
Well, like I said, back at Adderall.
Because you're not
days,
even training now, and you were complaining
No,
about the other day.
I'm still working out, but the
yeah, but you
gained
were
some weight.
complaining to me. You said you're back.
Yeah, I gained some weight. I'm not hungry all of a sudden. I'm like, oh God, I'm hungry
He
all the
was
time.
complaining about this. On
I'm
Friday.
eating all the time.
Oh,
I'm
poor
like,
little
He's
baby
like,
doesn't have
why am I
Adderall.
Also,
Yeah.
by the way, and
And
people
I'm like,
don't think
so tired.
People don't think I hear it, but when I'm sitting in here editing, because I'm editing quietly in here, I can't see out this door.
But you can hear him grumbling.
But I can hear people reaching in the candy bag and eating candy.
No,
I don't know who
not
it is,
eating
but somebody's
candy.
eating candies.
No, not eating
I hear
candy.
the
Fat
candy
Tom's
bandit.
coming back. Yes.
No.
Candy bandit is
Fat Tom.
Okay, let's jump
He was
into
at least more fun.
What other stuff
So-
do we want to? What do we want to start with, other than your game?
Well, we can talk about how did you do any other gambling other than the UM game?
Yes.
Did you bet on Florida State or South Carolina or Clemson or
I didn't. I know Archie Manning played.
Texas and Ohio State?
I
Yeah,
prefer to
he
call
lost.
him Arch.
Which
Too much hype on him, right?
I'm telling you, like if he does, and it looks like he probably will make it to the NFL, just hype alone, like
Yeah.
someone drafting him, kind of like Shador Sanders. Like I don't know.
Of course, you'd
I-
want the last name on your
I don't know
team.
if he's going to be starting or if he's going to be good, but if he is good and he does make it to the Super Bowl, the question of what would you rather do, win 2 Super Bowls yourself or watch your son win? Because of all the Manning brothers, right? The oldest Manning brother, he was like a football player, but he had I saw so I started looking into it, and he had some sort of nerve problem that he had to quit playing football. He was diagnosed with like a nerve problem in his neck, and he had to stop playing football. So then that's the son.
Is that genetic? Because didn't Peyton have a nerve problem in his neck
He
as
did.
well? That's why he stopped playing for the Colts, and then
Yeah, but that was
then he went
injury.
to the Denver.
But he got injured, and so the obviously there was 3. Archie Manning, the patriarch of the family.
Yeah, the one that played for the Saints back in the day.
He played
When they were
football.
the Aints.
He had 3 sons.
They call him the Patriarch.
Yeah.
Actually, he prefers that.
And then one of the sons that ended up having to quit. Obviously, the other 2 sons went on to win 2 Super Bowls,
yeah.
and he didn't. But his son could, and everybody I've told, they all said I'd rather watch my son do it. Anybody that's a parent, and
Except for one man.
who?
Michael Jordan. I do
You
get the
take that
feeling.
personal,
I
yeah.
get the feeling
He's
if you
like, you
ask
trying to
him,
show me up.
there's no other man on the planet that's
Yeah.
competitive as old Yellow Eyes. And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like if you got him with
Yeah.
his little Hitler mustache, and you're like, who would you rather win? And he'd be like, me.
Well, speaking
Just for some
Yeah.
reason, somebody's got to say me.
For sure.
Right? There's got to be one guy, one dad out
Yeah,
there
I'm sure
that's
there's a
got to
lot of
say
people
me. It might surprise
Or
us
Magic
how many.
Johnson.
It might surprise us how many dads would actually say them, right?
well,
Because this is a hypothetical.
let's talk about Michael Jordan because he was at the North Carolina football
Oh
game.
yeah, him
because-
and LT was there too.
yeah, Lawrence
Yeah.
Taylor. There was other
Randy Moss.
There was other.
No, Randy Mouse went to Marshall.
Not Randy Moss. Who was the other guy? He was hanging out with old Jordan.
There were some other football
It was
players.
a
and sports
receiver. I'm
stars.
blanking on his name.
But star-studded event.
I think it was
Huge.
Julius Peppers.
Julius
'Cause he was-
Peppers was
he was
there.
there
Yeah.
too, yeah.
Huge ratings.
Oh yeah, Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
First game, freshman game.
And so even though he got blown out,
Yeah.
and by the way,
TCU.
I think it was like
Hornets?
48-14 the last time I saw it.
I'll tell you a funny gambling story with that. Because of my newfound winnings with UM,
You put money on the North Carolina game?
I was like, I'm putting money on the North Carolina game, but I'm putting money on TCU
Yeah.
because and my rationale was I was like, all right, well, there's so much hype behind North Carolina and Bill Belichick and all this stuff. Like the
a good
public,
choice.
the public is betting crazy on now. The problem is that plus 3.5. It was plus 3.5. Like North Carolina.
That's all it was?
Was at home plus 3.5. So
That does seem odd.
Yeah.
and that's a line that I look at that it scares me away because I hate taking minus 3.5. Like I ended up taking TCU.
Explain why it would scare you away.
Because usually that half-point hook is just like for a gambler and anybody who gambles a lot,
Yeah.
like taking the minus 3.5. Like I want to wait till it gets to minus 3, and I looked
Right.
at all of my other
Is it almost
books.
like wishful thinking, like you're chasing it in some weird way?
I just don't like that hook, that half-point hook. I'm like,
because
God.
they kick a field goal and then you're screwed.
Yeah.
And
Right,
I'm not looking at a blowout and because of the score, and I'm like, but I took TCU.
TCU is notoriously, I think,
They're
a good
They're
team.
upset machines.
Yeah, they
sometimes.
really
Yeah.
are. And as soon as I said,
Ever
who
since
are they
they had
playing? 'Cause
LaDainian Tomlinson, right?
I haven't been following it. I asked Andrea, I go, who are they playing? And she goes, TCU. And I'm like, this could be an interesting. We had it on. Everybody had it on.
Yeah.
And then I watched Bill Belichick and North Carolina on their first drive just meticulously go down
March
the field.
down the field.
Let's go to the point where people are like, oh, he looks good. He's
I went immediately to
Did you
Twitter.
punch your fridge again?
I went right to Twitter. I'm like, what are they saying? Everybody's all in. Everybody's all in. Look at him go.
I was so mad at
I was
EJ.
just following Ken Miller and watching him because he's a big North Carolina fan. So I was hoping I'd see what was going on with him.
I was like, you idiot.
Overstreet was talking about.
I'm like, Bill Belichick does have the goods.
Yeah.
Anyway, then the rest of the game, they just
They fell apart.
They
They
just
just
turn
over like
And then he
crazy.
just starts changing
Didn't they have,
quarterback
like, two
after
pick
quarterback.
sixes?
Yeah,
Oof.
it was
Two
bad.
pick sixes. He's running through his quarterbacks.
And then I saw
You
Bill.
know he didn't recruit that team. Like some of it is his recruit, but
No,
most
yeah.
of it's not his
No, I know.
recruits.
And
Well,
it takes-
Jordan recruited that.
It,
team.
it
Or
takes
his,
time.
His wife.
Everybody's blaming Bill Belichick, and it's like it takes time to turn around an organization. Like you get a lot of
You
players.
got to
who
give
have-
that at least 3 years in a college program for sure.
Although the fact that Steve Belichick, his son, is his defensive coordinator, and then the guy from
Rudy Giuliani.
Josh Daniels.
no, he was a coach for the Steelers. He was the offensive coordinator for the Steelers.
Art Bell.
No,
Arthur
God,
Smith,
God,
my
they
favorite
were
person.
making fun of him in the NFL. Like, he was an NFL offensive coordinator.
Freddie Kitchens.
Freddie Kitchens. Oh no,
Oh,
he
no.
was the Browns. He was the
Yeah.
the
Thank you,
head
Ghost
coach.
Bowl.
coach
Yeah.
of the Browns. Oh, Freddie Kitchens, and they used to clown him hard in the NFL. Like,
It's a great name.
And and I know college is different, but anyway, so his debut did not go so well. Although
His defense was okay. It's just they gave up points on offense. You can't do that. If you give up turnovers and they score on the turnovers, it's nothing your defense can do about it.
the school itself was probably happy with the result of how much attention and ratings they got.
Oh, it was huge. Yeah, especially the only game
was
was
a
playing
win.
Monday night.
It was a win for exposure.
Yeah.
For sure.
They didn't show his girlfriend, which I was waiting the whole game to
Oh,
watch.
there wasn't a bet for that? Like the under over on how many times
They
they
did
showed
in
his
the
girlfriend?
pregame.
In the pregame?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't watch
She
the
was with
pregame.
Randy Moss.
Okay.
Yeah, because he was there just showing support for
So-
Bill.
so they didn't go-
And then she was hanging out with him. They didn't. No, they didn't get.
They
They must have
didn't-
gotten a directive.
They didn't go to her in the box, which I was like, oh, they're doing the Swift.
yeah.
They're going to go and show her in the box.
They did
all of that.
not.
They were showing Jordan a bunch of times.
Of course,
Like,
yeah.
but they didn't show her, which
Nope.
was weird because TV broadcasts, you want the ratings. Like, they don't give a damn. The broadcast team,
I think she hid.
yeah,
Yeah,
she must have
probably.
hid. Which
At those
Smart.
games, you're like in the boxes, you're meeting a bunch of people. Like you're glad handing more than you're watching the games. Like I talked to Willis the whole game almost while we were there.
What you talking
Yeah.
about?
I
Willis?
talked to Michael Irvin for a little bit. I talked to Joaquin Gonzalez, who's our offensive lineman that
what's
dominated on
Michael
three.
Irvin like?
Does he smell good?
He's a nice guy.
Michael Irvin.
Okay,
He's so
You gotta
smooth
take-
on TV. He looks like he moisturizes really good, and that he would smell good. Michael Irvin. does.
Yeah.
but you got to
Looks like
take
he
into
smells
account I'm a football alumni, so
does
my
that mean?
interaction with him is going to be different than your interaction with him. I think.
Nah, mine be better than yours. Because he can look at me and see the cut of my jib. He's like, I like that little guy.
But I always think that I'm like, okay, is he nice to me because I'm a football alum, or is it because
How does he know that though? Because if you walked up to
because we're in
Michael
the
Irvin,
box,
I know,
together,
but like
and
he
only
probably,
football players were allowed in the box at the time.
But doesn't he think you're bringing chicken fingers for everything?
Yeah, I would think you're catering.
Yeah, he's like,
that kind
"Hey,
of helps
big
that I
fat
have the
catering."
ring on. That kind of helps also that he sees the ring. He's
Oh,
like, oh,
you're
you're
wearing
a
the
football.
ring.
Of course you gotta
Catering
wear
stole
the
this
ring.
ring.
So a lot of things changed up. There was a big upsets in college football.
Yeah, Florida State looked good against Alabama. Is Alabama good? I mean, Alabama bad, or is Florida
I'm
State
so
good?
glad that Alabama lost.
Can
By
I-
the way,
That
I was
made me
watching
so
that game
happy.
too.
Can
yeah.
I guys ask you a question?
Especially the meme guy that
About
flicks
the-
off the camera.
I want to ask you guys a question about the college rankings. If they're not going to be anywhere close, then why do it before the beginning of the season?
They just always do it.
It's hype.
Yeah, but like,
They
doesn't
do it on purpose
give
so they get the
certain
hype. Yeah.
teams an unfair advantage into entering a certain level of hierarchy with play, right?
I think that now more than ever, because of the transfer portal and because everybody's just getting paid NIL and stuff, and college football is not my expertise, by the way.
Yeah, the
and
vibe
neither is
in
NFL.
the booth was weird because of the NIL now.
But I
Really?
but,
Oh, yeah.
But players are going wherever they're getting paid the most, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And just like the NFL, just like every job, you're following the money, and those players don't give a damn about what college they go to. They want to get paid.
Yeah.
And I think that's like all this old school ranking system. system because they're still doing the ranking system the same as they always have.
Like a coaches
weird.
poll and the AP poll.
And I
Yeah.
think it's more inaccurate now than ever
Yeah.
because they had an idea of what schools, and now because
This
I
is
think
the
the coaches
first
poll is
week, and
good.
this
The
is
AP
a
is not
me-
as good.
Well, think about it. This is
But
the
this
first
is-
week, and this is a mess.
It's different now than it used to be 10 years ago, and obviously it's been this way for the past couple of years. But now more than ever, all the kids are realizing, like, hey, I'm just whoever pays me the most.
If I ball out on any team, I'm going to be good
Yeah.
because I'm going to be noticed. And compared to if I go to a good team like Alabama and ball out there, then I'm definitely going pro. But you can do it anywhere now.
and I'm working my way up the college ranks. I'll play in one, and then transfer portal. And the same thing with the UM's quarterback.
Beck, yeah.
He just left to go
Georgia
to UM.
left Georgia, come here.
Yeah, and so it's like they're all doing that, and I think that throws off the old school ranking systems, and it may be more inaccurate than they've ever have been. That's my theory. I have no idea.
No,
but
I
it makes
I
sense.
totally agree with you. Yeah, it does
doesn't-
throw it off.
It doesn't make any sense to me for you to set it ahead of time and then have nothing but upsets.
Well, that
That just looks so.
It was exciting
they
because
take into account like last year's roster.
Yeah, but
they
then
do. That's
are-
the problem.
Are
with
they
it,
gonna
yeah.
give it the value it means? Okay, so when Florida State beats
Alabama?
are they gonna wait? Because
now they changed the rankings.
they weren't ranked. Like Florida State.
Florida State wasn't ranked.
They didn't
Yeah,
rank
they
them.
moved them up, yeah.
Well, they moved Alabama down.
They moved Alabama down, but it's not like Florida State made its way into any rankings. So to
No,
me,
they
I'm
went like
well,
2
then
and 10 last year, right?
What does that even matter?
They
then?
moved Miami up, Notre Dame down.
Down,
TCU. I don't know if they moved out. I don't think
I like
North
it
Carolina's
better.
ranked.
I would like it better, and I know this isn't fair, or and it's not a good solution right off the jump. But I like it sort of something very tried and true, like an EPL point system, where you are earning points for wins, and it's definitive rather than it's like, no, these guys.
Sounds
had
like
to,
you got the BCS back as well.
I
what you're
hate it
talking
when
about.
I hate it when it's like, no, we had to weigh in and take into consideration the strength of their season. I was like, okay, well then it's just an
But
opinion.
I think it's just the beginning of the season. It looks like garbage, but once the games start going,
It's gotta
then it makes
shake
more
out.
sense and it shakes out, and everything's figured out by the end of the season.
But it's all kind of they're in the middle of trying to figure out how to do this because we are right now in like a wild west where like the whole NIL name.
when you do that
image,
from now on, where you go, wow, well.
well, the name, image, likeness BS of like, oh, you're gonna get paid to actually endorse something, or because of their selling a jersey, or like you're just getting paid. Here's $300,000 to come play for us, and this is a contract just like any other paid contract, and you don't have to do. I don't know if they do have to do anything, but it seems like no one's endorsing anything, or they're not
Well,
getting
no,
paid.
Archie Manning was on a bunch of commercials before the game. If you watched
few
it,
and far between.
But
Yeah.
but I'm saying the other players.
The other
like,
players are not doing as much.
Offensive lineman that's getting paid $300,000
well,
a year.
I think it should just go into a pot. Like every player that's getting NIL money, it just goes to the pot and they spread it amongst the team. Is what they should do instead of just have one player getting paid the most. And,
Some teams have more than others, and alumni is who's paying these bills. Like Oregon and the Nike and like whatever corporation is based near your college, or the alumni that is big. They're giving the money, so it's like certain colleges have an advantage over others based on just how much money the alumni have.
Yeah.
And that's not really technically fair, I guess, if you want to look at it fairness.
it was always like that though. Like
Yeah,
it was
it
just
w-
underneath the table instead of above board.
But underneath the table, like paying someone $10,000 in cash or $20,000 in cash is different than paying someone like $1 million.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like now,
Totally agree with you on that.
Players are getting paid. Like what does Shador get paid? And like,
Oh my God.
And then
I
like,
think Beck's getting paid $8 million, and that was the thing
Yeah.
in the locker room in
$8
the
million.
booth. They were talking about like we should be throwing the ball. We're paying this guy $8 million. I'm like, you don't throw the ball in this scenario. You run the ball, and you'd have arguments in the booth with us, which was weird.
yeah. And then imagine everybody in that booth is sitting there with CTE.
Well, some of them are millionaires, and some of them are guys like me that just walked on and have
Yeah.
no money.
Every once in a while, they get some free fast food or like some other benefits. But like,
Hey, weren't you?
Like $8 million was something that you would get in the NFL, maybe like 1% chance, and now it's like all these players, everybody on the field is getting paid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like everybody on the field, and like somebody on the sidelines, and like a backup quarterback's making money. It's like it's crazy the difference. And the alumni I was watching this is like I'd feel sad if I were you.
You mentioned them. Let's talk about it real
You
quick.
could have got paid.
I'm gonna. It's might
Okay,
be
go for it.
my hot take of the day. But the Oregon Duck mascot who tripped on his run out and his head fell off.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
you see the video?
No, I didn't see that.
Okay,
He shouldn't have run back.
No, but he shouldn't have run back. But you're done. if you can't, that's rule
Those
number.
guys get scholarships.
No, but that's rule number
like
one.
Sebastian the Ibis,
Yeah.
they just put him in the Hall of Fame at our game tonight.
Doesn't matter. I'm
And they
talking
let
about
all
this
the
guy.
players, the guys that used to play Sebastian, run out on the field at halftime.
Yeah.
And it was kind of interesting.
Well, I'm
to see
talking
those
about this
guys.
guy.
Yeah.
You're done.
Oh, yeah.
Never
he lost
again.
his
Never
scholarship,
again.
probably.
You like because rule number one of mascotting.
You got to keep your head on.
And we have one of the greatest mascots to ever don
but
a
his
costume.
face is open the whole time.
It doesn't matter. He's one of the greatest. One of the greatest. And what's rule number one? Keep your head on.
Yeah.
You got to keep your head on. Never let them see you without your head on.
And if it does fall off, you got to do that move where you poof your head back into the
underneath
carton.
Turtle. It's called the turtle.
So that you're like, oh, where'd my head
and then
go?
you, and then you got to stay in character. Be like, where's my head?
And then you find your head, put it back on, and whoop.
Yeah.
But you don't
And
just
then you
embarrassing
proceed to-
run back
No.
and then have the other water boy grab your head and run back in the boo. You're never.
Well, that's not believable. What?
Yeah.
Your head fell off, and then like you're dead now.
Yeah. No.
You're dead now. Play it straight, Mister. Oh, and that guy's a murderer because he's carrying your head around. I thought that was ridiculous, but I thought he should be fired on the spot. And I want them immediately to say we have fired him when we have a new mascot because that was a big one. What other upsets did we have? We
Oh,
had
the
Big Bama.
Clemson and LSU game with
Yeah.
Death Valley. Did you see the meme where the guy flicked off the Clemson fan and he's choked him against the wall? The personification of F around and find out.
No. What
Oh,
happened?
dude, there's
Lot
a
of
video
fighting.
of a guy. LSU just scored and he flicks off the Clemson guy and freaking the Clemson guy just grabs him by the neck and throws him against the wall and the upper deck seats.
Hold on. The guy gave you a middle finger.
No, he did the double birds and in his face, like he was in the aisle and then just
Yeah, but you can't just choke someone for giving the middle finger. It's not even that bad.
It is a different time though. The middle finger used
Well,
to.
he thinks he's on the internet and do whatever he wants.
You
and then
run it
someone
loose,
actually
but
called him out on it.
You're a pro middle finger household. You run it real loose with the finger.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
in the Dennis household, we still we're a traditionalist society. And
that's the greatest
and the
insult.
middle finger means a lot, you know.
Or the Alabama fan that flicked off.
And did you see thousands of Alabama
I
fans that
died
are
laughing
leaving and
when I
they're
saw
all
that.
flicking off the camera? That wouldn't have happened in the 80s. Like
No
me
way.
growing up, they wouldn't have even had that on the camera.
Well, they panned away as soon as he did it too.
But that wasn't a
Yeah.
thing. Like the middle finger has now been normalized.
It has been normalized.
Yeah,
It's been
it has
normalized.
been
Okay,
normalized.
you know what I realized?
And not to my daughter. She'll cry if she sees it.
I don't know how me and Crystal ended up watching the 1980s hit Summer School over the weekend, right?
Were they were Texas Chainsaw Massacre
Yeah,
guys?
yeah,
Okay,
Texas-
You
yeah.
just need to
My
have some.
mom loved
You
that
need to have
movie.
some boobies in your film.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Well, the hot-
no boobies. in it.
No
No, there's no
boobies?
boobs in it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there should've
even
been
the hot
boobies in
girls in
there.
it. Yeah.
And so Crystal's like, I vaguely remember. My wife's older than me, so
Yeah.
I'm more of a
Yeah.
90s kid. But
Yeah, we're like, what is this? Tell me about it.
I remember scenes of it. But so we're watching this, and then Chainsaw, the hooligan,
Yeah.
and the summer school.
Well, it was
he-
the two friends. They were Chainsaw and what was the other guy's name?
I forgot.
They both
the
were
skater
obsessed with
kids.
Texas Chainsaw
Yeah.
Massacre. Yeah.
And then Christy Alley was in the movie.
She was hot,
She
man.
was the
Yeah.
other teacher helping the surfer teacher.
The guy from
learn,
NCIS.
yeah, I forgot his name. But learn how to be a teacher in summer school. Anyway, so the Chainsaw and his friend give the middle finger to Christy Alley. And then the middle finger and the
poof out your cheek.
I'm holding something and it's poking my cheek.
Something round is
yeah.
poofing my cheek.
Eating the popsicle.
And then she gives it back to him, including the poofy cheek. And then I'm like,
Are your
"What?
sons
You're a
watching
teacher."
this?
No. But then it made me
So now
realize.
your sons are doing the poopy.
I'm like,
Your sons start doing that. I would die.
I'm like the hand gesture and the tongue in the cheek is way worse than a middle finger. But that made me realize I was like, in the 80s, the middle finger, and then that was about the synonymous.
It was similar, yeah.
The middle finger used to be worse than it is now. Now the middle finger's a joke to me. Like my kids do it.
But
and
you have to remember, I think you have to walk yourself through what the middle finger
Yeah,
is.
it
That
used
is
to
a
have way
bare
more power.
finger going in somewhere.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Well, it was
I
a
thought originally was like the archers. It was to prove that they still had their middle finger.
Yeah, it was.
So
He's
they
right.
could still do that. Yeah.
But when I think of it, and ever since I was a kid, when I'm doing this, I'm like, I want to take this and do that to you.
Anyway, Yeah, a lot of upsets, some changing in rankings, which is only good for college football. I enjoyed watching it.
It was an entertaining weekend for sure.
Real good.
As long as there's upsets, that's always fun.
I'm not a college football guy, but that was great.
Yeah.
It was like really, really fun.
Yeah, and I like the fact that there is upsets and the ranking systems are changing and stuff because it's like it seemed like it was the same for so long, or it's
Yeah.
like,
They were
Alabama,
too
they
accurate,
won,
yeah.
and they, of course number 1 beat number 8. Like that's what happens, and now it's all over the place, and it does not seem like there's any ranking that really means anything anymore because these teams are paying their players and they're the most money wins and is becoming professional at this point.
Do you got your picks for NFL this week?
Yeah, we got real.
I know,
well, I was
real
gonna say we
football
got
comes on
real
Thursday,
football,
right?
But that's insulting to college
No,
football people.
I think it's both good.
Yeah,
for different reasons.
Football starts on Thursday with Dallas and Philly.
Yeah, and then our hometown game will be my Atlanta Falcons taking on most people's Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah.
Here, and that's in Tampa, right? Or is that
Yeah,
in
Miami plays the Colts in.
No, you're
Indianapolis,
playing
right?
in Atlanta.
In Atlanta?
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter for us. It's not like we get a massive home field advantage. Those people
You
are
have a
so
lot
fair
of bets
weather.
set up, or because I know you're looking for the edge right now, early on.
I started betting week 1 8 months ago.
I kind of figured that.
Or like whenever
Do
the
you
hell the
forget all
lines-
your bets? You have
Did
to
the
go in
Micah
there and
Parsons-
Oh yeah, and then I forget that I'm like, oh, this is a good bet, and then I hit bet, and then I looked down, I'm like, I bet this 3 times over the past 3 months.
Because you forget
Oh, your
you do
Admiral's
it?
gone, so you
Oh.
can't remember.
I've been doing that with records. I've been buying the same record
Or
multiple
did you get
times.
COVID and you're got the brain
it's
fog
just when
again?
I'm sitting on my couch scrolling. I'm like, oh, it's a good bet, and then I forgot a month later. I need
You needed to get a
start already.
spreadsheet ready.
So every week, you're supposed to.
You need some routine, yeah.
You're
Yeah.
supposed to track it with a spreadsheet. I'm not doing any of that.
Just
So
like pregnancy.
Did
You gotta
the
track
Micah
it like
Parsons
pregnancy.
trade affect your bets?
No, I mean those players are worth maybe half a point, but he also is a little bit injured,
Yeah.
which I heard a lot of people are like, "Oh, Jerry Jones got him," because he had to get an epidural.
Really?
And I'm like, that's not nothing.
Yeah. It's
You know?
Oh man, no, thank you.
Yeah, and they do that sometimes when you have like any sort of spine injury. Sometimes where like you just have to play through the pain, so it's like you can't hurt yourself anymore, but we'll numb the pain from But
Oof.
that's a serious thing. Like anytime you're given some sort of
A shot
like a
into your
nerve
spine
block?
for
yeah,
sure.
a nerve block or anything, it's like, well, that's
I hated that feeling. For my hip, I hated that feeling. It's the
Oh,
worst
no,
feeling in the
thank you.
world.
And anytime you have back problems, it's like same thing with like hamstring or soft tissue stuff, where it's like it never goes away, and then it's like it's almost better to have a broken bone than some like spine problems or
That's, like,
soft
lingering?
tissue. Yeah. But they said it'd be fine for week 1, but. We'll see because like one hit or like that'd be real bad for Green Bay if
Yeah, if
Micah
you get
Parsons
hurt
gets hurt
week 1.
and
Oh
then
man.
or even in the middle of the season, like this is gonna be, you drafted him to be a,
Well,
a difference
he makes
maker.
them a contender for sure.
Yeah, and you gave away
The
two,
Packers look like they could win the Super Bowl if Jordan Loves plays well.
and you gave away 2 first-round picks, so
Yeah.
you're kind of leveraging the future when you
Yeah.
make a deal like that. But-
Chat room weighing in. Ghost of Manu Bull Seth from our Twitch chat room. In the new King of the Hill reboot, Bobby's girlfriend has a vendetta against Jerry Jones, so she breaks into his office and takes a dump on a picture of him shaking hands with Troy Aikman. If there was ever a reason for me to check out this
Big
show,
King of the Hill. That's definitely.
that,
I'll just
thank
watch
you
the
for,
clip.
Ghost, thank you for putting that in the Twitch chat room. I've been sleeping on the King of the Hill reboot. I've been wanting to check it out. I heard nothing but good things.
Sam was never a fan of King of the Hill.
I loved
I used to
it.
love all his stuff though. Mike Judge. I used to
Yeah.
love all of his stuff.
I'm excited to check it
Daria
out.
and
I'm just
Beavis and Butthead.
afraid. I'm afraid they've ruined it, but everybody's saying they haven't. So I'll have to go check it out. I'm definitely gonna have to go check it out.
Have you guys seen any of the documentary about the Cowboys on Netflix?
Nah.
I started it on my Peloton. Yeah.
Is
yeah.
it good? Is it
Um,
worth watching? Is it better
yeah,
than the
it's-
Jordan documentary? Like,
No, it's
Oh.
not better than that.
Oh,
no,
then
at least
I'd-
not so far. But it's very.
I mean, it's Dallas propaganda.
Yeah, it's
you know.
propaganda.
oh, see, that's the reason why I didn't watch it. I kind of figured that was what the case was.
But
maybe.
we're gonna people are giving Jerry Jones like, oh, he needs to get out of here, whatever. Like, as soon as we lose these eccentric one owner,
Oh,
that
yeah.
Well,
makes
who are
it
you going to
essential-
blame?
Then it's going to make the NFL less fun to
It's
watch.
being
I agree.
homogenized and
Yeah.
just boring.
Because-
You have been saying this for a hot minute.
kinda agree
Where's
with
your
you, Tom.
scapegoat? You need an old man
Yeah.
scapegoat.
The teams are so expensive, one person isn't going to be able to ever afford them. Like, so now groups have to buy them. Same thing, like a group bought Denver, a group bought Washington.
Yeah.
And
the Dolphins have been in a group for a long time.
And there's a lot of other groups. There's very few. I guess I don't know what the percentage is, but there's like the Raiders, the guy with the goofy haircut, Davis. Mark Davis. And there's like Mark Davis and the Jones and like
the Colts owner that passed away recently.
Yeah, but now his
He was all-
daughter-
I guess you
he
got to
was
throw
crazy,
Arthur Blank in there,
Ursane.
right?
Yeah. He. By the way, I read some article about his addicted. Like he basically got back on drugs and alcohol, and
Towards the end.
that
Oof.
may have contributed to why he died. Like, but I guess in the article I read, like the last 6 months of his life, like he was battling back with drugs and alcohol. I guess he had been clean for a while, but he'd always been an addict.
Backslid. That sucks.
And so that could
Well, I
have
mean,
ended up
also you
killing
can get
him.
to a point where you're terminal and you just want to improve your
Yeah,
quality of
let's
life.
just
So
go,
let's just
yeah.
drink it
Yeah.
away.
Yeah, and then it goes fast.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then so
God, that's sad.
But as soon as all these like single owners are gone, it's going to be less fun because I like someone like Jerry Jones making a decision like, "Oh, you want to get him out of here." You
Or
know,
like Snyder, who's doing horrible things to the
Well,
cheerleaders.
like even in
I don't like that part.
even
you know.
in the EPL, like
Yeah.
when you had old what's his name from Tampa Bay that bought into Manchester United, he became an instant villain, and it became like
it's-
Arsenal
yeah.
with the board.
It's way
and
more entertaining.
It is more entertaining when you have like, oh, the board won't let us spend any money and yada
Yeah.
yada. It's good. I like
you
it's
need
good.
a villain every once in a while to be an owner.
And
Yeah.
I was explaining that a little bit to Maisie this weekend about the Jerry Jones thing because we were talking about the trade and like because she's always in there playing Madden with me and sorting cards. And she's like, he owns the team? It's kind of hard for her kid brain.
Yeah.
And I guess I've never really stopped to think about that because we've just always known owners. But that is a weird. She was like, he owns it? And I'm like, yeah, baby, I guess, yeah. It's weird to say that. But yes, he owns the Dallas Cowboys and that's like his. And she's like, well, what's his job? And I go, I don't really
Listens
know.
to his kids who
I
pick
don't
the
know how
scores.
to. I don't even know how to. I guess he's a business owner. He runs it.
Well, he made his money as an oil man.
man, yeah.
He's old
He
school
talks
oil
about
man.
that in the documentary where he took a chance on this one oil
An oil derrick or something like that?
like
Or a
drilling
platform?
a drilling location setting up, and then that one location made him $100 million
Oof.
in oil. And back then, I
It'd
mean,
be a huge gamble at the time.
it was, but
Back then, that amount of money is an insane amount of money.
and then he took that money and then bought the Dallas Cowboys. And it's and
Well, if you won the lottery, the Powerball this weekend, it's $1.1 billion. Would you put money in a franchise if you won it?
hell no.
I thought it went up to 1.3 billion.
Also, that won't get you nothing. every
You
NFL
could at
team.
least get a half stake in one of the
dude,
franchises.
every team's a $10 billion.
They're all $10 billion.
Yeah.
I thought there was like one that was like $4 billion. You could at least get a quarter.
Not
of the team.
anymore, dude.
Okay.
Not, everything is skyrocketed.
You couldn't get the Cleveland Browns for
no, dude.
$4 billion.
No. I think the cheapest team at one point, and now it just keeps going. It just keeps going up. Like every
Yeah.
second you
Inflation.
evaluate.
Yeah.
Like every year is different. Like I heard a stat the other day that like Jerry Jones bought the Dallas Cowboys for the price of Micah Parsons' contract.
Yeah.
Like it was like $100 million or
Jesus
something.
Christ.
And then it's like that's what, and look how much it's worth now. Like the Dallas Cowboys could be worth $20 billion or something.
yeah.
$15 billion. It's like some absurd amount of money that is astronomical that we can't even understand.
It's crazy.
Well, they were talking. They dipped their toe a little bit into that. If you watch, it's complimentary to the documentary about Jerry, but then they go into the business of just the cheerleading side of things, and they are now their own brand, and that's inching into hundreds of millions of dollars, and it's not even football.
Yeah,
Like,
the
it
Dallas
has-
Cowboy cheerleaders.
It is,
they are
but it has
big
zero
franchise by
to
themselves.
do
Yeah.
with football. It's literally just personal appearances and their brand.
I was talking to
Crazy.
my buddy Fernando, and then we were watching the North Carolina game, and I was like, the fact that he's getting blown out or whatever, it doesn't matter.
No.
Like, because like so many people watch this, you know how valuable it is. Like, I think I read there was like 23 million viewers or something that the ratings came out with.
Yeah, it was one of the biggest.
And I'm like, like all this is chump change compared to what the marketing value of that is.
Yeah.
Live viewers in a game,
and they're enthralled. They're not going anywhere.
the price of people's tickets, all this stuff is all nothing compared to the advertising of this many viewers, and that's where the money is in the advertising, especially in a world where everything's on demand and no one watches live TV.
I don't want to watch commercials on anything.
And
the only thing I'll watch commercials on is during live sports.
And it forces you to, and so they hold a market share that is so gigantic that I don't know when it will make a change, or like when they will be bucked off as the leaders of like advertising and like that kind of money. But I don't. Maybe something in the future I can't foresee. Obviously, will change it. But right now, they're plowing ahead nonstop with making insane amounts of money.
Oh yeah,
and it's just
internationally
more.
too.
Yeah, more and more and more every year.
Anything to plug, man? Or where are we at with MyCon?
MyCon, it's still up in the air. She's not totally sure if she wants to do it again. It is the 10th anniversary of it. So she kind of wants to know if this is the last rodeo or not. So I'm not totally sure yet.
Let's take a break, and then let's do some nerd content when we get back.
All right.
And we'll be right back with more Corporate Time. Welcome back to a Corporate Time. EJ's still here. We'll do the...
Wow, you didn't have to say it like that. You could be like, EJ's
yeah, you're
here.
so disappointed.
We're still in the middle of NERDJOCK, but you're like, EJ's still here.
I said the facts. I said he's still here.
I got some Adderall in my car.
EJ's still here,
need
and we're
some.
still sitting through NERDJOCK, so there's that.
Went to break, and now he's still here.
Yeah, I'm going to put my head on the desk right here. Tell me what he's done.
Heads up, 7-Up.
All right,
So-
we're in the middle of nerd, right?
Yeah, we can talk about some nerd stuff.
What do we got here?
You been watching? I finished up Sandman. Have you guys been watching that? And I had to make sure I told Ross that he was
Sandman.
wrong.
I didn't even know Sandman was still on.
Neil Gaiman, yeah, it was the last season.
Neil
It just
Gaiman,
finished, yeah.
he got in a lot of trouble, right?
Did he?
Yeah, didn't that
The
guy?
writer?
Yeah, didn't Neil Gaiman get into some issues?
He always was like pushed back on everybody.
So I remember you telling us about Sandman, but refresh my memory.
Basically, he's the god of dreams, and there's like he's a group called the Endless, and they're all like starts
sexual
with D.
misconduct.
Ooh, no,
yeah,
really?
Yeah, old
Oh.
Neil Gaiman. There he is. Yeah.
Well, that face definitely needs to do that stuff. Probably.
Yeah,
he's not an attractive man.
He's a goofy looking nerd. Yeah.
It's like, you're one of your nightmares.
I know it's a Chappelle joke, but yeah, that guy has to pay for it. That face.
When you look at that guy, no offense, but we should have seen this one coming, right? Like you look at that guy, you're like, okay.
Him and Weinstein for sure.
Yes.
You definitely should have saw it coming.
So Sandman's pretty good?
The Endless, yeah, with death, destiny, destruction, delirium, despair, and desire, and then dream are the 7 Endless.
All right.
And they
all
all
D's.
Yeah, what's
I
all
hate.
D's?
I used to hate families that would do that with their kids. You know,
Like
where you
Jo-
have like,
Jake,
we have
Josh,
Derek, and
James.
this is we have Derek, and this is Daryl, and this is Daltrey,
Donald.
and this is.
I have a theory about those
Dustin.
families that they did it twice without realizing, and then the third one was like, "Oh, wait
we
a
have to
minute."
keep this shit going.
yeah.
Like I think they did the second one
Yeah.
by accident, like, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, let's keep it going."
Also, I'm so critical that if you, and there are a lot of these out there, if you think that all your kids have like super unique names, like, oh man, each one of our kids' names is crazy, it's a pattern. You overdid it. You tried too hard.
Yeah, look it up on the internet. It'll ruin your dreams.
Yeah, but it's a pattern. You did a pattern of wacky names, so
See, we went
You
one
tried too
normal
hard.
and
You tried
one
too hard.
weird. We went Nicholas and Thea. So one's normal, one's weird.
see, you should have let us decide which one's weird and which one's normal. That's the most hurtful thing you can do to your kids is set them down and be like,
Hello,
we
my
na-
name is Ennis. I didn't have
No,
a
you-
horrible name already.
You say like we named one of you weird and one of you normal. You'll have to decide which.
Well,
is
I
which.
didn't get to pick the names. The wife got to pick them because
Why
you know.
did your parents name you Ennis?
My father's name was Ennis, and his
Oh,
father's
okay.
middle name was Ennis,
All right,
and he was named after a town
Ennis.
in Montana. The
Ennis
doctor
has a
was
lot
from-
of bad things I can think of. Ennis rhymes with penis. Ennis, like
it's not Enos like everyone
like
used to say.
Ennis.
And of course, Tom loves to say it rhymes with penis.
they hate us because they Ennis.
yeah,
Something like that. It's anus sounds like anus.
oh, believe me. But it made me tough. I got that grit because of it. So you got to take that into account.
You got to have grit. You're a half grit anus.
Yeah. You're emotionally tough.
Yeah.
But that's
Other than that, I wish
that's the least good tough.
I would like you.
I'm emotionally tough and physically
You
tough.
are.
If you really
You're not
run it
really
down,
physical.
you're
I'd
bad.
like to see you slapping people around a little more. If you slap me around more, I would
don't
respect
have
you
to.
more.
That's the reason why.
Oh, come on. What are you, Steven Seagal? I want us next
No,
time.
not Steven
Next
Seagal.
time somebody comes
He's a
over here
Russian
that,
asset.
that says something that's mean, even me included, just stand up and slap our face.
Yeah, yeah.
And we'll respect you more.
Because if you don't practice it, you become less tough.
You become a Steven
So I should
Seagal.
just go over to, so I should just go over to Tom right now and just rampage Jackson him
Well,
right now.
when's
No,
the
he has
last
to
tough
say
thing
something.
you've done?
Yeah, what's the last tough thing you've done?
What do you mean?
You
Driving
like, straight
your
up fighting?
EV down the turnpike is not
to
tough.
Miami and back was
No,
really tough.
no,
Yeah,
that-
driving my electric car to Miami and back.
Playing
Keeping me in the
college football
lanes.
in the 90s was tough. Like 2-a-days in the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
The other, Frank Gore
Walking
bullying
around,
crazy.
walking
Frank Gore
around
didn't bully
drinking
me.
a Mountain
Yeah,
Dew
having-
playing Pokemon.
Having to shower with Andre Johnson and seeing the difference in genital size
Yeah.
makes you tough.
That did make me tough.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
sometimes they bump
I was
into
like, oh, this is not the same.
That was in 2001.
Yeah.
You know, 20,
2003 was the last time I did something tough.
it's about to
probably.
be 25 years ago. So,
Yeah.
that much weakness, it.
Well, Quatrain Hill said I
counts.
aged like a white man when I came in there today.
Oh, that's an insult.
I was like, really?
Yeah, that
You
I
age like a white
recognize you.
man.
Aged like a white man.
When you get rained on, you smell like onions.
You're all pink. It's crusty. Gray.
You don't moisturize too, like Michael Irving. Don't
Yeah.
stand next to Michael Irving. He's too
No,
smooth.
he looks good.
He does look good.
Yeah, he was going crazy at the sidelines.
He always goes crazy on the sidelines. If you watch the sidelines, if you can, and look for Michael Irving.
He still got that
He's
booger
always
sugar
doing
energy.
crazy. Yeah.
Also, I was like, we know what you did. I was like, you were crazy.
You're a wild
There's
man.
stories on TikTok about you stabbed someone in the neck with scissors, and then you had prostitutes and cocaine crazy, a house full of it.
He jumped in my arms after we beat Florida State in 2000. It was the weirdest scenario. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, you could have had scissors in your neck.
Yeah, that guy is
I
real
could have
tough.
picked up his cocaine off him.
Yeah.
What else do we have for nerd? I mean, because I feel like we're being
Not
inundated by
much.
football.
I was more excited about football this
No, I
weekend.
understand.
Yeah, with nerd stuff.
Yeah. Anything else?
Not
One
really.
Sandman.
That's all you ever watching.
One
That, or do you want me
Sandman.
to talk about K-pop Demon Hunters? Have you
Okay,
been watching that?
I watched a little bit of that. My sons don't like it because they say it's for girls.
It's for girls.
It kind of is.
It is very
but
girly.
it leans
My daughter
more
loves it.
But
though.
yeah, Maisie loves it.
But Fernando's daughter was watching it, and my sons were enamored with it when it was on
It's
because it's
surprisingly
animated.
good.
It's
Yeah.
a very
It's well written.
It's very well done.
And then they were telling me about it, and the soundtrack blew up.
Yeah.
Because I guess the artist that did all the music is like super talented, and like it became
It
charting.
came top
like,
100. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, I think it's the highest grossing, and Christine or somebody more in the K-pop world would be able to check my work on this, but I could be wrong on this, but I think that they eclipsed even Blackpink for fastest #1 and biggest stream, and they're not even a real band. Huntrix
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
the band, and then
Was it Golden and Soda Pop?
and Soda Pop
yeah.
is the Daja Boys.
Dodger Boys, yeah.
That's their song,
the
and then
Demons.
yeah, but they're all good songs. They're not bad songs.
They're fun to
they're
listen to.
well-written
Yeah.
pop songs. They
And
are.
it gets stuck in your head.
do.
It gets stuck in my
The
head.
Super
when I go
Soda
by.
Pop song's a good song. It's
Yeah.
a good little bop.
So I don't know how my sons got into anime so much, but that's
Well, I do.
that's their
Neglect.
favorite.
What do they watch?
They watch regular Demon
Are they watching
Hunter.
like One
They
Piece
watch
and
a
stuff like that?
regular Demon Hunters.
I don't know. Or is this a Demon Slayer?
Demon Slayer, yeah.
They were Demon Slayer.
Like Vampire X or whatever.
And then Tommy got the Crunchyroll app, and then he's
He's watching One Punch Man.
We told him he can't watch the mature one.
Oh, the
rating.
ones
You can't watch the ones that the tentacles
Squids.
come out the butt.
So,
You
but
can't watch the butt tentacles.
and he's watching one of them. It's the Sailor one.
Sailor Moon?
Not Sailor Moon. It's the
One Piece.
Captain
One Piece.
Stabbin'?
One Piece.
I asked you like 3 times if they're watching One Piece.
They are watching One Piece, but there's like 800
There's
episodes.
over 1,000
Okay,
episodes.
yeah. So he's on number like 600.
As soon as I found out there was over 1,000, like, nope, not watching it. That seems like homework.
My American brain can't get
I just
want
wanna watch the live action.
You know why I can't? And it's just a simple dumb man way, and I'm beaming it to you right now. One Piece is the swimsuit a fat person wears? And I'm like, I can't
Fat
watch
chicks
it.
only wear one
I'm
pieces,
like,
yeah.
no fat chicks allowed. Can't watch the show.
So
So stupid.
it's funny because Tommy was like, he's first year of middle school, he's trying to make friends, and
Yeah.
then he was sitting at the lunch table, and then there was a bunch of kids talking about One Piece, and I'm like, oh well, did you say like, hey, I'm on episode 600. I've watched 600
that's a
episodes.
big accomplishment.
Did you tell them because they were all talking? Nope. I was like, what'd you do? I just sat there and listened. I was like, that was your opportunity.
Yeah.
You go in there, you're like, hey, this
Be a
is.
speck of dust.
Yeah, no, you one up them. Like, I'm on 600. I've
Nah,
seen
you
all
don't
this.
wanna- you
I
don't
know
wanna
all
flex
the
on people with
folklore.
nerds.
Yeah, one up is the best form
It's like
of
sitting at the Magic
conversation.
the Gathering table in my high school when I was a kid. I remember there was a table that we were playing trading card games when I was there. I was like,
So let me ask you guys a question. as you're two dads.
Okay.
So
Wait a minute. That's the dads that were together. I'm not a gay
We're
dad.
three
No.
dads.
Yeah.
All-
My three dads?
So the
girl on that show was hot for the time. You're allowed to say that.
I was
I
that
think.
3 men and a little baby. I thought he was going.
No, there's 3 men and a baby.
So my sons obviously don't spend time with me anymore because they all like just watching
their own
anime.
thing, yeah.
And,
Well, they're trapped into
video
the,
games.
They're trapped in the internet.
Yeah. They like the
You
internet
have to go
more.
into the internet.
So, so every once in a while, I'll walk by the playroom where they're either on their computer or watching anime, and then I'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna spend some time with my sons, even if they're not looking at me or talking to me.
I'm just gonna go sit behind their iPad.
I'm just gonna go sit next to them. So then I feel
I'm just
like
gonna go
I'm,
touch-
I would be in your presence.
I'm
is
just gonna
what I
touch
wanna
their
be.
iPad,
I-
touch their phone charger.
I sometimes I'll pet their hair or like
What are
you
you
know.
doing, girl? That's creepy.
So I'm sitting there. I'm like, I'm just gonna sit next to Tommy and watch anime with him.
Okay.
So I'm watching anime, and then
That's a weird tentacle
Taking
coming out of
interest
that
in
butt.
your child's
they're watching
hobbies and stuff?
one of these shows,
Okay.
and then there's a giant clown and some other like samurai sword fighting,
Oh,
and
that's
then
One Piece. Yeah.
and then a girl comes out,
Hey.
and she is I mean,
Enormous breast.
big, and I'm like, wowzy,
Yeah.
woo woo.
It's called fan service.
Yeah.
Are you,
That's a
are you
wowzy
doing
woo-woo.
your horny
Yeah,
bonding with your kids
yeah,
again? 'Cause
yeah,
that's
yeah,
really weird.
Yeah.
It's
so-
called fan service. This is a real thing.
Yes, so I'm like, there it is, and then I'm like,
Damn it! Look up fan service.
Yeah.
Look up fan service. That's
and,
what it is.
and then I start looking over
And then
at Tommy.
normally they'll do that move where they'll turn and they have to fire a machine gun to their breast. They'll go like
Jiggle.
and they're like shaking crazy.
Oh, they're firing crazy.
Yeah, and they're just bouncing up and down. And
Yeah. They're doing the whole thing. She's sorting things. She's sorting the
Oh,
That's the
crap.
only thing that's moving on
and
the screen.
button on that
Yeah,
top
yeah.
cleavage is
Oh yeah, no, you can see the where it's pulled apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
And-
button's barely holding on.
So I'm looking over at Tommy like with my side eye to see if he
Is
gives
excited
me.
about it?
Yeah. And there's nothing. It's like he's just watching it.
Should I go get the cookie?
So I'm like,
Too far.
should I use this opportunity to make
you like what you see there?
to horny
Women are
bond
not
like I've
really
been
like
wa-
this, son.
So I'm
Did you
like,
say to horny man?
no, horny bond with
I
my
haven't caught that
son.
Pokemon yet.
Horny bond.
No, horny man. I'm like, are you
I
horny?
put on a Rasta wig. I'm horny man. That goes my.
I know
horny man.
what I want Tom to dress like when I beat him in swimming
I'm
again.
horny man, the racist Jamaican Pokemon. What are you doing?
I'm horny man.
I'm the horny man. It's kind of like when John Morgan goes, I'm John Morgan of Morgan of Morgan. It's too many Morgans.
Yeah.
Morgan's 3
Let
in
me
a
know
row.
where you're from. What's your last name?
I'm horny man. I'm horny man the Pokemon,
But
man.
he didn't even make it like there was no time.
Didn't move
for,
the needle at all.
Yeah, I didn't.
He
Yeah.
may not be there yet, buddy.
Or he was embarrassed to show me that he liked
Well,
that.
it is hard to watch
Maybe,
the
yeah.
girl with big boobs while your dad's
Yeah, why are you
breathing
around
down
your
your
dad?
neck.
I wanna be alone.
Yeah, it was hard for me to masturbate. My dad's breathing over my neck on a gateway computer.
And you're brushing his hair at the same time. That's a little throws his whole thing off.
I'm trying to watch Sublime Thumbs. Meanwhile, my dad's mustache is tickling my ears. He's horny man.
So I'm
People
waiting.
love horny man.
One day I'll.
Should we make a shirt that's you as Bart Simpson and it says "Don't have a cow, mon"?
Rasta wig? He's riding a banana.
Oh, God.
You know what? No, I think what you did was fine.
All right,
I think
yeah.
you would have made it weird. To answer your question,
But he has to. I think he likes it. Of
course he does,
He's
yeah.
watching it.
Yeah, of course he
we
does.
we embarrass my son whenever he's watching some anime and there's some sexy girl on the screen. Like, you watching porno again? And me and my wife both do it.
Oh my god! You just blew me off my computer. That's way inappropriate.
Me and my wife love it. It's our
So your
favorite thing
son
to
will be
do.
sitting there-
My son's 13 and he's and there's like a girl just like you said and like, watch your porno again, son.
Don't do that.
Your pee pee getting big.
How you feeling? Feeling lightheaded?
that one affects
Shame.
Yeah, that was, shame of a
Oh,
lot.
you doing the shit? Oh, what are you doing in there? You doing the naughty dance? Hell, you're going to hell. Fan service is any intentional addition to a fictional work designed to please or cater to the desires of the audience, often with without serving the primary plot.
Yeah.
So yes, there's no reason for this girl to be a buxom beauty with bouncing breasts, but hey, people like it. So when she's
Yeah.
firing that
80s
Uzi,
horror movies. That's
they're
all
gonna-
they did.
Yeah,
Fan service all the time.
Yeah, and fan service.
Yeah.
is,
Oh, they're gonna get naked. Okay. What does that blow the plot? No.
and you get it. It's not just sex too. You get it with extreme violence.
Yeah.
You get it's a way to reward I
Yeah,
guess your
yeah, yeah.
audience in a weird
Like
way.
when they
that-
killed Joffrey in Game of Thrones.
Correct.
Everyone was really happy that he was gone.
Are you on my algorithm? That is trending right
Well,
now.
he's on the Dreaming. He's in
Oh.
Sandman. He plays Puck from William Shakespeare's play.
There
He
you
plays
go.
Puck from that.
So let's, while we're on the subject of nerd, let's talk about Grow a Garden, which for a while I
Hell's
thought
Grow a Garden.
I thought was Gorilla Garden. Because they like playing Gorilla Tag on VR, and that's a whole game that kids are
Oh.
playing.
Yeah.
Isn't that gorilla AI guy that talks about stuff and he's really obnoxious?
No, it's you're a bunch of gorillas, and you have to just go tag each other.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
that's basically
It's
it.
on Roblox or whatever?
No, that's on VR. Grow a Garden is on Roblox, and it's a game that's very popular amongst.
So
the-
your sons are playing Grow Garden while their daddy is outside growing a
Doing his own
garden.
garden?
Yeah.
Are you doing the whole Guitar Hero? Like, I play real guitar, and you want to play Guitar Hero.
I don't. You know how sad it makes me that they don't want to go see my plans.
But I'm just
I'm
thinking
like,
of-
they're doing it on the thing.
It's not real.
I'm sorry, but I was
I'm-
just thinking about them saying, like, you're
I
like,
know.
oh, you want to come out and see my, what's the one you just have that? I was very impressed, and I made a point of commenting on it to make sure it got in your algorithm, your flamethrower palm. I was very impressed with that. And then, like, you
Was
say,
it a
hey,
Horn of
boys, you
Plenty
want
or
to come
something
out and see
like
my
that?
flamethrower palm? And they're like, no, we're growing one in our game.
Yeah, but the problem with their Grow a Garden is they grow like fantasy plants that like.
Pretty good.
Oh,
Fantasy
no.
players are awesome.
A huge Venus flytrap
Yeah,
that
yeah,
can
just,
eat a whole person.
it's all fantasy plants. Like it started with a carrot, and now it's some mumbo jumbo fantasy stars that they're growing.
So now you're resenting their fake
Yeah.
plant garden?
So-
oh, this is fantastic.
Something that makes them happy, you're hating on. Okay.
So I thought it was just a phase, but they've been on Grow a Garden for a while.
Well, they want to be like you, but
Yeah.
they're doing it
No,
in their
no,
way they
why
can
don't
do
you
It has
it.
get in
nothing
there?
to do with me.
Show them at a garden.
No.
Get in there and garden with them.
I
Start your own garden to rival theirs.
No. So what it is, and then apparently a lot, like all my friends' kids, they go on and play Grow a Garden. It's like it's hot between the ages of like, I think like 9 and 11.
What do they give you free kratom?
No. So what they do? It's just like Clash of Clans or the other like video games
Microtransactions.
that you get seeds and it grows, and then when you log off, it's still going. So it's just like Clash of Clans. You're still
Yeah.
mining the elixir. You're
Yeah.
still like things are happening while
you
you're
gotta
gone.
jump in there to,
Yeah.
to get your elixir.
So you're constantly getting back because then, like just like the plants, you got to harvest the plants for money. You got to buy more seeds. You got to start more
Yeah.
gardens and like
It's
and
grinding. Yeah.
and so it's and I'm like that's what hooks you in, and that's like and that's what hooked all these kids. And my
Yep.
niece is playing it. They're a Grow a Garden, and I'm like I remember that's what hooked us in with Clash of Clans. And I'm like,
You're not wrong.
these kind
Yeah.
of video games, they're like designed to because while they're at school, he's like my son's thinking about his
It's like,
garden.
oh, it's growing without me right now. It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, and then when I get home,
Do you think about that with a real garden?
no. I'll let
you
the-
don't care if like, oh, it's gonna rain
No,
today.
it
Good. I don't
takes
have to
too
rain
long
it
though.
today.
No.
It takes a lot longer. It's not as instantaneous.
And by the way, is that a garden? I have a yard. Garden
What?
for old memes and farmers.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I have
Your flowers.
A yard is just grass.
No,
Yeah,
no.
you have your flowers.
No, I have a
No,
When
no,
you're
if you're
tending to
growing
your flowers.
plants,
I
it's
have
a garden.
I have a backyard tropical paradise like you would see
No, you're
at the
out-
Playboy Mansion.
Okay, Hugh. Where's your?
So this is more of like a
So your groundskeeper Willie
like
over
the
here.
tropical plants that Kiana from Body Shaping was moving her thong in front of in Hawaii.
No, it's about.
Do you remember Kiana from Body
Yes.
Shaving? Oh man, I'd stay home from school for her.
It's about the status of
Watch
you
that
walk
and
into my
Price is Right.
backyard
Yeah.
and you see a bunch of palms and other tropical plants, and then you're
It's
like,
your flower garden.
It's a
No,
garden.
it's not a flower garden.
It's
That's
not a
different
yard.
too.
A yard is
Yeah.
just grass.
Like
No.
when the president takes over, the first lady always gets the garden, the rose garden.
yeah, the rose garden.
Where
That's
you
what
at?
it up,
It's
yeah.
not a garden. It's palm trees and tropical plants around my pool and hot tub.
It's like landscaping.
landscape. It's tropical
Okay,
landscaping.
landscaping a little bit
Landscaping.
better. I
Yeah,
guess.
landscaping.
It's
All right.
yeah. It's landscaping.
But
Like
then I think just of ferns and topiaries.
no.
The chat room. I'm gonna buy you something this week. And it's going to be easy to do because now we live in a time where you can. Remember when it used to getting anything custom was hard?
Yeah.
And now you can get anything custom in 3 days.
custom, yeah.
Anything you want. I'm going to get you a sign that says Horny Mon's Tropical Paradise. The chat room, and what do you want? Circa 2000, what do you want? 2020?
I want mine on a pole that a bunch of different arrows pointing which
Different
way Key
directions.
West is.
Yeah.
Or do you want a Key Largo?
I want, and then
Yeah.
Horny Mon's
Like Berlin's this way,
pointing down at my
Kingston,
jacket.
Jamaica's that way.
And Horny Mon just points down.
Yeah. Like you're pointing towards Alaska
Yeah.
and Dublin.
Yeah.
And then Horny Mon
Dublin.
at my D.
There you go. All right. I like that.
All right, let's get out of here. EJ, you said you're
Still working on MyCon. We'll see
yeah.
if it goes through or not. It just depends on Danielle's schedule's crazy this next week. She has to go and prep the ships for Halloween.
If you don't do it, I'm gonna steal it and make some money.
Okay.
But we're going to call it Your Con, which is way different. Same idea, though. And I'm going to put as much into the Mario tournament as you do. I'm just going to show up with a
With a
like
little
a piece of paper.
Yeah,
Like,
and a
sign
pen.
up. Sign up.
Have they ever done HornyCon?
Horny Con
I think
Mon?
that's every con if you really break it down.
Yeah, of course.
With all the
Okay.
cosplay
Yeah,
girls.
Horny, no, it'd be Horny Mon's Horny Con Mon. That's what it's called. It's like,
HornyMonCon?
Welcome to Horny Con. Horny Mon's Horny Con, Mon.
That website is definitely available.
Horny Con. Oh, it's
right,
Horny
I'm gonna start
Con.
working on
Horny
it.
Mon's Horny Con Mon.
I'll get Dare Taylor in there. She's still doing it.
Wow,
I see
she
her.
is still doing
I
it.
see her on Instagram every
Or the
time.
Hannah girl that was you couldn't turn the TV off that one time.
Who?
Hannah, the one.
Oh, you mean like Solo?
Yeah, wasn't it Hannah Solo? The one that you couldn't turn
not
the
Hannah Solo. What was her
YouTube
name?
off when it was just you and Samantha in here. You couldn't figure out how to turn it off. It was
Savannah Solo.
Savannah Solo, that's her name.
Yeah,
I think she's out of the game.
Is she out of the game?
I don't know if she's in the game anymore. And Dare Taylor, once she started backing off of the glass dildos, she went back a little more softcore. I'm not a fan.
No, still.
No.
If you follow her on the OnlyFans.
No, but that's old videos. I've seen enough of those. you know what a fun fact?
No new content. Blah.
You
I got
ruined
too
it.
serious. You didn't ruin it
Yeah,
with your
the Dracula
with
sound
your
at the end.
wet, disgusting mouth.
All right, we're gonna get out of here.
Bye.
No Adderall.
Bye bye.